Hey, what's up, everybody, man? This is Kicking It with Payne. I am Doc Payne, your host. We're here with Pedro Morales Jr. And tonight we have a special little edition here, all about Rapid Wrestling Federation and some exciting news from them. And we got some good folks coming in to talk to us. So we want you guys to jump in, join the chat, have fun. We're going to do some Q&A with everybody out there, and this gentleman right here in front of us. One heck of a legend. I mean, this gentleman's been all over the world. In fact, I do believe anywhere from Puerto Rico, Mexico, Canada, North America. You've been all over. Am I correct?
Yes. I've traveled quite a bit.
So, what was one of you, before, like with me, a lot of injuries put my body through a lot, but what was one of your memorable matches that, you can share with everybody that, people would be like, cool, man,
I would say wrestling in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was one of the craziest places.
Oh, yeah. Fans are intense.
Yeah, and then you talk about, people bringing out things. We were wrestling in one place where a lady, every time we wrestled, she would throw some stuff on us and it smelled kind of nasty. We couldn't figure out what it was. We kept on watching her. Finally, one time we looked and she would sit in this bucket and she was pissing in the bucket. So we were like, oh, is that the way it is? So the next time we did the show, we had the guys all pissed in the bucket also. And when she went to throw the piss at us, we kind of stopped her and threw the piss back at her. So it was one of those kind of things, and the people got mad at us.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a moment I would not want to, care to have, But as they say, it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. So, that's all good. But we're actually waiting for some other folks to join in and have some fun. And for those that are watching, jump up on the comment board and say hello. Mr. Lane Logan, how you doing, sir? He says, I'm here. So, what? Any questions there, Mr. Lane Logan? Oh, here we go, Mr. Redneck. So glad to see all this happening. Great content. Oh, yeah. I mean, I told everybody, when we were going to do this, we were going to get in some great people. And I mean, we got a gentleman in front of us right now that is without a doubt, in his right, a legend. I mean, he's been around the greats. He's been in with the Ring of the Greats. He's been all over the country. And now here he is offering his knowledge to the talent of Rapid Wrestling Federation. You're not far from them. They can give you a call. You make it available to them. And, for somebody that's been in the business and allow them to be that sponge. That's pretty cool.
Well, I've been doing this for, like I said, I started back in around, I would say, early 90s, maybe longer than that. I couldn't even remember. I was taught by one of the best, which was one of the Samoans. He was back there known as one of the Islanders. There was Sammy and Max, which was known as Samu. Samu and Max were real good friends. I love them to death. They were great. Max taught me a lot. He got me into business. We learned on cement floors. We didn't learn in the ring. We were taught once you learn on a cement floor, it's good for you because you never know when you're going to fall out of the ring and end up on a cement floor anyway. So that was the best way to learn.
Oh, I love the old school way compared to a lot of the way they come in now. But here we have a question from Mr. Lane Logan. And coming into wrestling, who was your favorite? Who was that inspiration that got you to go? I want to do this. I really want to do this.
The Tonka Kid.
Tonga Kid. Oh, great man, great man. Love him to death. Oh, I mean, you bring up the Samoan family. I mean, the family is a legacy in the business by itself. They have their own. They can create their own Hall of Fame if they wanted to, because there has been that many throughout the years across the board. So that's one respectable family. I have so much love and respect for them. I've got to meet many of them over the years. It's awesome. So to have that attachment and to be trained, and wow. And what year did you actually start? When did you come in?
Oh, wow. You know what? I don't even remember. It's been so long. I'm 65 years old right now, so it's like, it's been in my blood for such a long time. And, learning from them and learning from Jimmy, a couple of things. And Jimmy used to have a sidekick by the name of Jeff. It was, like something that came out of nowhere. They came out there and took me under their wings, and it was great. I mean, you can't imagine what it feels like when you're learning from the best. And every time I would say, oh, I got it, they go, no, you don't have it. You got to learn it. And
right.
Well,
it's a hard business to break into. It really is, and a lot of people don't understand. It's a business that hurts. As much as it can give you, it can take just as much as away, without a doubt.
And a lot of people don't realize. They say, "Oh, that's fake." No, that's not fake, man. That really hurts. You end up with a lot of broken bones or fractures. And you never know what's going to happen.
Surgeries.
When you're flying off those ropes, people don't realize. You don't know what's going to happen outside that ring. You can land on a chair. You can land, the wrong way, So it's not like, people say, well, that was fake. They did this. They did. No, it's not that way. There is chances that you're really taking.
All right. So, every time you walk into a ring, and if you're somebody who travels a lot of people don't understand, when you walk out with somebody, you're putting your life in their hands every time you do something. So there is a big danger factor every time you work. So it is a dangerous business. Oh, yes. Look here. We got Mr. FGS Damon, gentleman from Family Gaming Society. He's here tonight. How you doing, sir? Jordan, how you doing? What's up? Oh, let's see. Oh, FGS Redneck wants to know, sir, who was your favorite opponent?
My favorite opponent. Let's see. I'm going to go back, which would be, well, not favorite opponent, but something happened to me when I was in Cleveland. I was coming down a ramp, and all of a sudden I hear a guy says, I'm going to beat this little Puerto Rican up. I'm going to tear him up. I'm going to spit him out. He's half Puerto Rican, half Samoan. And I'm like, who's this guy talking about? He goes, yeah, you. And I'm like, what? So I turned around real quick, and I was going to hit him. And all of a sudden I look, and I'm like right up to his belt, my face. And I'm like, oh, shit. When I look up, here's the giant Gonzalez. And I'm like, wait a minute. I look down, here's size 24 shoe. And I'm like, I ain't going to hit this guy. This guy's 3 times taller than I am. So I would say the giant Gonzalez really cracked me up.
Oh, yeah. I know for a fact that you actually have a background and some friends in common. Mr. Mark Callum, I retired after 30 years. Knowing the gentleman, we both know him. How was that for you seeing this?
I don't know. The one guy that I could say that I really, really missed in wrestling, which was a very good friend of mine, and it hurt me when I found out that he died. Uh, was the Silverado Kid.
All right.
He was like a brother. Um, we hung around like super glue. We went everywhere. And the day that he died, I was repoing a vehicle, and um, Jim Wittenberg, which was another friend of, is still another friend of mine. He calls me and he says, "Hey, Silverado passed away." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Silverado passed away." I go, "Nah, I just talked to him last night." He goes, "No, he just passed away early this morning," and it really got me, because
All right.
he was a guy that would give you his shirt off his back. Almost all your wrestlers, no matter what, even though they wrestle, they still have a heart. They're there to help out anybody.
Right.
We're willing to do anything for anybody. If somebody needed really a benefit done, we're there. We're not there always. People think, oh, they do it for the money. No, we'll do it because
All right.
the fans are the ones that help us out. We help out the fans.
All
So
right.
it's not like, people say, they're there for that money. No, we're not there for the money. We're there for you guys.
Right. You know, we don't make the fans exist. The fans made us exist. And
Yes.
that was the rush of the business, was going out there, giving it your best and putting it on the line. And, I was, kind of guy, and there's a lot of guys that mentored me. They called it the holy shit factor. When you get that pop, I mean, that was huge. And speaking of, young generation, Rapid Wrestling Federation, they're going to be based out of Cleveland, Ohio. And we have a gentleman in here that says, hey, he moved to Cleveland, Ohio. And, well, I got some good news for this young man. And here he is, Eugene. And you'll be able to go and see Rapid Wrestling Federation quite a bit once the virus is gone. The state opens back up, and you're going to be able to enjoy some great, great talent coming in the doors here. They got a show coming in March, Stat Card. I mean, they're coming out swinging. And with me personally, I'll be actually working with Rapid Wrestling Federation, going in a manager. And I'll tell you what, one of the things I said is when I do actually step back into the business, I didn't want to go back into the ring. I have too many injuries, too many surgeries. So, but I want to work with guys, young talent, young lions. They're providing exactly that. Do you agree with that fact that they're giving lions right now?
Yes, that's what we're trying to do in Rapid Wrestling. What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring up these young guys that are in Ohio that have the talent, that have the capacity
Right.
to become something. Because in Cleveland, we have every sport, but we don't have wrestling.
Right.
We used to have it back in the old days. We had the Cleveland Arena,
Yes.
where you could see the shows that are going on. That's what we're trying to bring back in Cleveland. We're trying to bring back that old era where you could go downtown and see the matches, where you could get to know some of these new wrestlers that are out here, because there's lots of good wrestlers out here in Cleveland.
All right.
We're also going to open up a school. We're going to start training people to become certified in wrestling so they'll know what they're doing and they don't get hurt like some of these guys that been getting hurt lately. So what we're trying to do is we're going to try to open up the doorway to have some of these guys to move up in rank and become wrestlers that you'll see on TV, that are going to make like The Miz or wrestlers of that quality that we could say, hey, you got it.
Yeah, a lot of Cleveland does have a big history of creating some big names. There are quite a few contracts with WWE with talent straight from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
Northern Ohio, Central Ohio. Ohio has a big base of wrestlers, quite a big names over the years. And a lot of us know Mike Miz. Personally, great guy. I mean, he's fantastic, man. He'll take the time with you and talk with you and stuff. If he's not being rushed. And great family, and Nick, he was another one that was up in the Northern District, and
Yep.
that, he's really good friends with Mike. And, these are great guys. This was talent that was, roaming around up there and working the territory. And at that time, and look where they ended up, Ohio and the northern areas, Michigan and so forth. It's more about the showmanship. It's entertainment, It's not, not about the move to move to move. They like that violence. They like that hardcore. They like that wars and battles, that story that tells it all. When two men get out there and just battle like gladiators, two titans, the North eats it up. This is their coffee.
This is what we want to do. We want to have the base here in Ohio where people, even if they want to come in from Tennessee or they want to come in from North Carolina to come train, they could come train here. They could learn what they have to learn. Once they learn here and they start doing shows here, if we could get a station that would let us, show like the wrestlings on Thursday nights or something, so they could get that opportunity to start learning how to wrestle, be popular here in Ohio, and then move on to places like, with WWE or, maybe open up an area where they can get in there, We're not only going to have that, but we're also going to try to see if we could do MMA fighting stuff, We're not just going to be in one little area. We're going to try to move around and do all kinds of things with this. Plus, it also keeps the kids off the street. Yeah, it keeps the kids off the streets, the ones that, the teenagers that don't have anything to do.
Right.
We're there to help out the community. Plus, we're also there to train some of these kids to learn how to become better at what they do instead of being out there stealing cars or getting in troubles, getting in fights. We're also going to go and visit schools in the sense of bullying and stuff like that, because we're, like I said, we've been through it all. You know how it is when we were younger, how we used to train the hard way. We didn't have rings. We didn't have mats. We did everything the old-fashioned way. And plus, to top it off, it's a lot better training your student to learn how to communicate without, going through those headaches that we went through.
Oh, we've got people asking questions. Here we go. We got little Miss Jasmine, my daughter. She come in here. What is your favorite move?
My favorite move?
Yes.
Well, it's always like the Samoans. It's always been the Samoan drop. It's easy, except if you get a guy like 500-600 pounds, then you're in a little bit of trouble. But other than that, that's about the Samoan. That's it. Just put him on your back, and drop back, and hope to God that he's out cold.
Yeah, if not, come on. Yeah, but you got to throw it out, man. Jimmy and Jay, they take it to the top rope. They take it to the max. They added a new little hit to the tradition. So, it's exciting to watch even those young men. They've stepped over, I think, the last 11, 12 years, they've been on a roll for, the family. It's a dynasty. It's a Samoa dynasty. I do believe don't they have a promotion going on as well in Hawaiian Championship Wrestling?
Well, flying off the rope is not that easy. People think that's easy, but once you're flying off that rope, hey, if you don't connect right, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah. I was told when I first got broke in, you better go use the restroom before you even do the show. And I'm like, why? He goes, I'm just telling you. Well, I did take the advice, and my first trip off the top, and it was not fun. The wind got knocked out of me, and it was pretty hard.
Well, when I ran my first partner in tag team match, he was new. The guys were kidding around. They told him, "Hey, drink a warm beer, you'll be okay." We had these two humongous German guys we had to wrestle. And I went to tag on, and he was nowhere in sight. I'm looking for him. I'm in there a good 10 minutes trying to figure out where he went. Finally, he shows up. And before I tagged him, I said, "Where did you go?" He goes, "I started getting sick, you know." And I'm like, "I'm in here to no, you're going to go in." So I
You're
stopped
right.
tagging him, you know. So you get to that point where you do have problems, you know.
There
But
we
it's
go.
fun.
Miss
It's the best
Pamela
thing in the world.
McLean came in. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for watching. FGS Redneck, he said, "This is an awesome story. I tell you what, folks, I bet you this gentleman here, if he talked about the road, you ain't got enough time. I promise you this. He
That's
hung
true.
around with icons, legends. I'm talking people that not only wrestled and are in this in everything what they did in the ring, but we're talking about icons that were around each other. That's what made them what they
Yeah.
were to each other and how they treated each other in the business. They brought each other up. To be honest, you know,
Mhm.
this is an
It's a
awesome
big
group of
family.
guys. Yes, yes, and people, if he told you the stories, you just ain't got enough time. If this man wrote a book, top seller, you know, that would be awesome. Man, you do need to write a book. That'd be great. Waiting
I,
for Mr. Conway to get in here, and so we can get him in here. And I don't know what he's doing. I've been waiting for him to pop into our green room
yeah.
because they all need to pop in. So if that my phone pops up, send
You ready?
Mr. Conway a message that we need him to get in here, and tell him the manager of managers said to get in here. And don't make me have to get on that young man right now. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
is that him
Here
behind
he
you?
is. Yeah, that's him
Oh,
behind me.
oh. All right. Let's see, Mr. Conway.
Hey, Doc Payne, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great today on a Friday evening in Ohio.
Oh man, I tell you what, we were having some fun here, man. It's Dude Lincoln. This is Lincoln Conway here.
Yes, Lakey Conway. So
Oh, oh. So how
what do
you
you
doing?
want
So we got you in here. Rapid Wrestling Federation, man. Everybody's excited, and can't wait. I know you got a big show in March, and as I announced earlier, in fact, yours truly, Doc Payne, is part of the Rapid family, and going to be for a long time and have a big future with Rapid. And but I'm telling everybody, when we talk about it, every time we get on the phone, one of the things I express is this is just not going to be like any other promotion out there. This promotion is going to be about the next gen,
right?
the next Lions, the Lions of now, the Titans and Gladiators of now. And when we sat and talked, man, I tell you what, I was honored. I was very honored that I'm going to be working with some bad boys,
Yeah,
including
we
yourself, the
yeah,
cunning, the witty.
yeah. I've been through a lot for 2 years. I've been trained. Some tough matches. But I do like the future. What Rapid's holding. We got some nice pieces in place. Um, we are very honored to have you with the Rapid family.
Thank you,
You
thank
bring
you.
a lot of, you bring a lot of knowledge, a lot of, experience to the table, and that's what we need to take to the next step.
But I'm gonna tell you what, you're on the spot right now, live, and we have got members of Family Game Society in here. And I told them, I said, I'm gonna tell you what, I said, March, when I walk these gentlemen out to the ring, they're gonna see destruction. They're gonna see wars. They're gonna it's gonna be off the chain,
Yeah.
and we've got people here, just asking, like, what's the hardest move you've ever done? Earlier, we are
Um,
talking about the Usos, and somebody said, "Yep, they're the best of the 2010s." We agree with that. But what is the hardest move that you've ever done?
I gotta say a power drive.
Power drive.
Yeah, because there's a skill to do that. I mean,
Right.
Because you figure if you mess up, your neck's broke.
It's that
And I
locking.
had,
It's
yeah,
that locking.
yeah, it's I had it done by Psycho Mike. He's an icon legend. Up here, he was in WWF for a long time. He did it to me. He said, "There's no learning. It's no teaching it. Get over here. I'm gonna do it to you. You mess up. You mess up. You mess up. You could be hurt really, really bad."
Right.
But yeah, the
And we
power
were
drive.
talking about, what Rep is going to be doing in, Cleveland, Ohio, and plus the show in North Carolina. But we were actually talking about Ohio and the kind of talent that it puts out. And we did have some people like Key here, Eris Jackson, Miz, Gargano, Moxley, Savage, a bunch of the great competitors from Ohio. And I mean, they're exact. There are big names in this business that has come out of the Buckeye country. There is a big factor. But here's the thing. Now here comes a big promotion. A promotion that's actually going to come in, but they're not just coming in like anybody else. They're coming in, swinging the bat hard, going for the grand slam and saying, you want something different? Here we are. And after everything we've talked about, talking with the family, I will actually say and telling everybody, hey, man, this is going to be on pay-per-view. $5. They're putting it out there going, I want everybody to check this out because you've stacked the card. You've got it lined up. And, everybody's excited. I talked to, members of Family Game Society. They're already going, man, we're going to watch this. Cause, I tell them, man, we got a gentleman coming at 6'8", he's a bad man. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
We got the Wolf coming down, and that's a gentleman you don't want to walk into the ring and take him off. You really don't.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. He's coming in with another big gentleman who's not a joke, tag team partner. And, man, when I heard, I was walking out with them. But I want you to tell everybody, who am I walking out against at March show?
Yeah, you're gonna Wolf and Punishers taking on NAV. They are big down in North Carolina. I've been watching them the last couple months. They're a very tough team, man. It's but Wolf and Punisher is they very they some beasts, man. They very destroying men, men's men.
Yeah. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Excuse me. And when I'm sitting here watching the comments and a lot of the people that follows me and I was going and goofing off a lot of the guys down south and that they do know who New Age Villains is. They know in fact who Ivan is,
Yeah.
and they know me. And I told them, I says, when I come back into the game, I'm coming out and I'm coming out hardcore. The guys I walk out with, whoever I walk out with, it's going to be savage. They know when I play the game, I play the game. And don't get me wrong. A lot of the people that I'm friends with, a lot of people, Family Game Society, they became fans, but they know me, and they're here right now watching live, and I'll actually sit and say, hey, y'all, what's going to happen when I bring in my team? Because me, I play hard. So, what's going to happen? They like the New Age, but they know the truth too. I don't play games. I come in with devastation, with true intent. When I come in with you. They see this man right now, but I guarantee when I'm back in that behind that curtain with you, when we have that talk and I need to say what we got to say, I'm going to take you out to that ring. They're going to see a whole different man. The switch is on. The business is now. Doc Payne, the manager of managers, expects certain things from you. I tell people, this is what you're going to get from this man, and I would derive it from him. So, Mr. Conway, that's going to be exactly what I'm going to get from you in that night. But I tell you what, man, we were going to talk about the card. What do you got going on here? But hang on here. Wait a minute. We're getting a little hot up here now. Let's see. Oh, look at that. We got Mr. FGS Blake Scorpio saying that's right. See, he's agreeing with going on with Doc Payne here. Oh, let's see. Mr. Redneck wants to know, what is your top 3 favorite moves, sir?
Mine is the clothesline. Um, the RKO. Well, it's called the RKO, but it's called the pit stop. And the pedigree. That's my favorite three moves.
Oh man, now you're breaking my heart right now. See, we are going to have a talk before we come off that curtain. Now we're going to have us a talk because you say clothesline. That now you playing basic with pain here. Now I inverted the diamond cutter. I called it the guiding light. That was my thing. But if I would have somebody that would go in and thought he was going to hang on to my neck and not let go going into the move, he was actually putting himself in a position of getting hurt. That's why who I did it with, we had a talk. But come on, man, you got to get bigger than clothesline. Give me something, man. Come on.
My clothesline is just not no regular clothesline. I stand you up. I hit both ropes back and forth, and then if that doesn't, but usually I hit the clothesline from behind the head. So when I hit you, you're going straight down, and a lot of people don't clothesline from the back of the head, but I do. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, we can call it the phone call from God because that's the last call you might be able to make with it.
Right.
So see, the brain's always gone, man. There's a sickness up here.
Right.
Oh yeah. Like you hear Mr. Eros Jackson's agreeing with me, man. He knows about the cutter. He knows the truth. Right. Oh, come on now. I'm Doc Payne, sir. Larry from hell, I am not going to go steal and take somebody else's prop. I have too much respect for that gentleman. I do know him personally, so I won't cross that line. Face first, redneck, yeah. He's sitting there saying, March, war will happen in that ring. Do you agree, sir?
Yes, I do.
And I know for a fact, me and you will be walking out against Curtis Black.
Yes.
Gentleman that I've actually seen quite well. And, and he's a good worker. I know his ability. He has an MMA background, but that's okay. We've already been talking, and we're going to be around each other. And I have that background, so a little education, we're good. So that's bad news on his end. But I mean, this is going to be a big match. But I tell you what, we're really blowing up with some Q&A here, and this is really nice. I like to see the support. The Family Game Society is adopting Rapid Wrestling Federation the way it's looking here. You're already getting your followers and fans already jumping in.
Nice.
So, oh no, here we go. What was your least favorite move? What scared you? What was that move you went, oh man, I don't know.
Well, about 2 years ago, I was in a rooftop match, and the only way to win is to throw the guy off the rooftop through the ping pong table. We was all busted open. I took out a guy named Gmo, and he actually flipped me over his head, and I landed off the top of the rooftop through the ping pong table. So that was.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, that was my least favorite move.
I have to explain that for the audience.
Yeah.
And we're on multiple broadcasts right now, going live.
Right.
Where we come from up north, we had a bad habit. When you think of hardcore, you see TV. You see chairs, tables, so forth. We got creative in Ohio, man. That was nothing for us to go to Lowe's and the whole place and go look for stuff. But then if we couldn't find that, we'd go to scrap yards and so forth. I mean, we got nuts. It was everything, even including a kitchen sink. That was the old St. Ohio. Ohio even got more creative when I was coming up through in Ohio messing around. Light bulbs, dude. The big, long store fluorescent bulbs.
Yep.
I have never in my life been in a room that was actually foggy, and it was because of the high use of bulbs. It scared me.
Yeah.
That was the first gig I ever accepted being a mask. That was the first gig because I'm like, dude, this is going to be my filter. Because I was scared to death. Inhaling that stuff, oh no. But I was good for getting hit. I was down.
Right.
But bleeding wasn't a bad thing to me. Bleeding, it turned the crowd on. They enjoyed it. I enjoyed the adrenaline rush. That was Ohio. That was how we rolled. And Pennsylvania. They were another one right along with us. Indiana, Michigan, Canada. Even their promotions at the time was really hitting hard, coming in hardcore. But ECW was one that capitalized. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, they fell, were sold. But, coming with Rapid Wrestling Federation, this is a company that I dubbed the promotion of the next gen. The gentlemen I'm walking out with, they are definitely the titans of the next gen. Everything that I look at in somebody: cunning, quick, fast, powerful, monstrous, everything you'd ever want in something. I'm walking out with every bit of it. But the rest of the card, the rest of the talent is amazing. Amazing. And I truly believe that within a year, this is going to be a company that's going to be selling thousands of tickets, and I mean thousands, and and being in demand all over the place. Oh, see, here we go again, man. It's getting hot. It's getting out, man. Rapid Wrestling
Yeah.
Federation getting hot in here. All right, Mr. Eros, the burning hammer really scares me. Can break your neck really easy. Yeah, yeah, you can say that. You can actually truly say that. Mr. There, he was born in Ohio, raised for 21 years. He says he misses it. Yeah, you just want to come see Rapid Wrestling Federation. But you know what? Tell the family, pack up, gas up. We'll give you the dates. And I tell you what, if you guys take a big trip, Doc Payne will help you guys out too. And we'll make sure you got great seats if you come a long distance. We'll get you hooked up. What is your most used move, sir, by Mr. Redneck?
I would have to say I work on the legs a lot, man. When I get somebody down on the ground, I'm pounding their head in. I'm working on the legs. I'm trying to just destroy you every impossible way I can. I like the knee, the knee lock.
On my phone. Bring me up the roster on my phone. I got it because we're going to go over this roster, man. We're going to go over this.
But yeah,
card.
I like the knee drop. I like to work on the knee. So the knee, the knee lock, I like it a lot.
Right. And one of the things that I got to notice, the belts. Oof. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Unique. Very unique. I do like the designing. There's some great cut work, a lot of carving work into there. A lot of time was put into this. These are belts that should be very appreciative of whoever holds them. I will say that. But I will say this too. The gentleman I'll be walking out with, regardless who I walk out with, I do want to be that man that is going to be in Rapid, is going to say, you know what? I managed the best. There will be some gold around the gentleman that I definitely will be walking out with. And, I'm excited about this and excited where, this promotion is really going. All right, here we are. We're getting actually the card. Anybody else got any Q&A here while I'm looking up the card for everybody, and I'll get you exactly all the information for that night. It's a big card, folks, here. They say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Yeah, but I tell you what, man, he must be an NAV fan. I love you, buddy. You're like a brother. But on that night, like I said, I have much respect for these gentlemen. But at the same time, business is business. And Doc Payne's going to be all business, baby. And it's on. I'm not going to be messing around here. Let's see. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Payne, you surround yourself with the best. I tell you what, I really try, man. Coming down here down south, I got to hang out with quite a few good guys and stuff. Got to meet a lot of people and that. And I will say that some of the talent that's actually coming in is some top-notch talent, some great workers, and this is going to be exciting. Now, tell us about the pay-per-view. How do we pop into that pay-per-view?
All right, so we have a you can go on Rapid Wrestling page on Facebook Live. You can we'll send you the link. You know, if you want to pay for the $5 to watch the show, you could also go on Facebook Live and watch it. That's also $5. But you gotta be, you gotta be a friend to know. You gotta know somebody to get onto the Rapid page. You
Well,
can't
I tell you
just
what, as you grow, though, I mean, you might gonna have to go. I mean, this is Rapid Wrestling Federation page, and and we were talking about, hey, man, we may be doing some exclusives on there, man, only
yeah,
on that page.
yeah.
So I tell you what, I think you need to go public with the public and go, hey, all the fans, come on now, let's
Come
come
on
on and
over.
enjoy it. So because this is going to be a big deal. This really
Oh yeah,
is. And we do have some bosses in this business that we're hoping here in a little while do actually have an opportunity. Hoping a little bit, but you know what, folks, if we go over that hour, we're all good. Because this is Doc Payne and this is Kicking It with Payne, so it's all fine. We're gonna give Rapid all the time they want in the world and have a nice time and let everybody relax, ask questions, and learn all about this. And but yeah, I mean, this pay-per-view. But one of the questions I have to ask, you said Rapid Wrestling. Is it Rapid Wrestling Federation on Facebook so we get it exactly to the fans?
yes it is. It's
All
Rapid
right, there we
Wrestling
go.
Federation. Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to make the boss mad and be like, hey, you left it out, you
Oh
left it out. So
no,
we got to keep her
no.
happy. You don't want to make the
Yeah,
boss mad here. So
yeah,
I told her, I promised her, all professional here, all professional. So
yes.
we're gonna keep our word on that. I even told the fans, no cussing in chat now. And I'm
Right.
surprised we ain't had a couple other guests pop in, but hey, they must be out
That's
at a restaurant. But let's see what anybody
they
else has
looking
got.
at
Anything?
it.
Oh, here's a question for you, sir. Here's a question. If you could wrestle anyone, past or present, who would it be?
um, it would have to be my brother. His name's Lixie Sack. He's a icon legend up here in the hardcore business. Um,
Oh yeah.
I am. I mean, if you look him up, he has the scariest fall of any wrestler. He got thrown off of a balcony, and somebody moved the table maybe an inch from where it was supposed to stay, snapped his legs in half. Um, so there is accidents in professional wrestling, and
Oh, definitely.
that's not, but that would be a dream match that I'm trying to work on. Rapid Wrestling is trying to host the biggest show. We just got to get the ties and names on the contract, and I would love to face them. That's a dream match.
Yeah, I was looking here, and somebody did make a comment about accidents, and they mentioned Owen Hart. Great
Yeah,
loss to the business. Great loss. Had a chance meet him quite a few times. You would never meet anybody like him. I mean, he was a big loss, but yeah, accidents happening. I mean, but the thing about it is he was more of happened with a prop,
right,
but we've actually lost people in the ring as well. Um, Rey Mysterio almost retired because coming off with his move, and it was in a ring with somebody that was actually his mentor to top it all off.
right,
This was a mentor, somebody, a teacher, somebody that helped him even come in and train. And for this gentleman to actually get hurt off of that moment, and he actually passed from that move. And it took him year and a half, 2 years to finally mentally get himself to where he was going to come back. So
right.
to me, it happens, man. It's a scary business. If you break into this business, the one thing I advise people is, don't do it with a half a heart, man. You better come in
Right.
with everything.
You better. There ain't no halfway to this business, man. You got to come 100%. I mean, if you fall out of love, you better just step away from the business. You got to have your full 100% if you want it. If you want this business, you can't just come in here and say, "Oh, I want to be a wrestler." I mean, it takes a lot of toll. A
Yeah.
lot of lessons, a lot of teaching, a lot of dedication. It really does. I
Just
mean,
for a fact,
there's,
we had FGS Blake Scorpio here from Family Game Society. Said he'd love to become a wrestler. This is something I actually heard him talk about in the past. I told him, to get into the business, to go training, you need to make sure that you do live close enough because, in all honesty, you can't sit there and tell the school, "Hey, I can do this every, twice a week. I'm gonna, I'll be there." But if you're living 8 hours away, that becomes an unreality. You're making a
right,
commitment that's very slim. So make sure you got somewhere to lay your head locally because if you don't, you're going to miss out on stuff and you're not going to be taken serious. But if you're there before it opens and you're the last one to leave and you're asking questions,
yeah,
if you don't ask questions and you're not showing your interest, they're not even going to look at you. You have to be a sponge in this business. And with me, I ended up having to take a choice to be a dad. I had to go either be a dad or go into the wrestling. And very few people in my family even knew, man. They looked at it like cartoons, like parents told you kids, get off the gaming. It's never going to get you anywhere. There was people in my family that looked at wrestling like that, like it was a cartoon. It was fake. But my mom, my dad, and a few of my family members knew, but I ended up getting hurt, neck surgery, back surgery. Later on, my entire shoulder was just worn, blown, and tore. So, the injuries do occur. It does happen. There's a reality. Redneck says all or nothing. I tell you what, dude, Rapid Wrestling Federation is going to be all or nothing because
yeah.
they are coming in, kicking the door down. And there you
I
go.
have
Here's a great question, Mr. Conway. This is actually coming from FGS Blake Scorpio. He said, "What inspired you to get into the industry?" I don't know
My
who's asking
brother,
that exact, but I'm taking it's you.
yeah, my brother's been in the business for 21 years.
Yeah.
He's been a big role model to me. I looked up to him. I used to go to the shows. He's my big role model. But I'm so up here. It's because he's done everything that impossible in this business. But
Now,
now that I'm in the
was he rolling when MCW, TCW, and RCW was pretty much going from Toledo to Cleveland, and they were
yeah,
hitting all the roller rinks,
yep,
little arenas, and the whole deal? Yeah, that's when I was going up. I was like, I'd get that call, "Hey man, we got an opening. Can you do us a favor?" That would be
oh
the
yeah,
kind of gigs because then I'd be like, "Hey man, I might be able to get a babysitter because I couldn't do storylines, I couldn't get heavy into it, but doing fill-ins was great." So yeah, I actually do remember your brother up there, and people. He says his brother is well known in the hardcore. I'm saying he's well known. There's
no,
an
yeah,
expressiveness, and it's about what he did. And he was Ohio's version of basically Mick Foley in a way. Gone, Mick Foley. If Mick Foley and Sabu had a kid, that's his
yeah,
brother.
yeah,
There you are. If you
yeah,
picked it, yeah. I know Terry Sabu very, very well, and I mean, they called him the man. He was a suicidal guy. I mean, he went out and put his body in harm every time he went out. I mean, so if they're going to describe your brother, there you are. It's that
yeah,
mentality, and he put his body on the line. That would be, that's your dream match as well. So that's pretty cool. He was, your inspiration, but also you're inspired to want to face him. That could be an interesting deal to. Ooh,
yeah.
I'd
That's
love
what.
to interview your brother. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, that's the thing up here. Is like a lot of guys they hear me, calling about, and the last 2 years I've been calling about, and a lot of guys like you don't want to go down that road. You don't. But look, I'm trying to build myself, and I don't want to be known in this business that hey, you in this business because your brother paid your way. Like no, I'm in this business because I want to be in this business. It's not because of him, you know.
Ooh, people,
So
people. Oh, think about
yeah,
this, people. Oh, let's throw a little bit of something at you here. Now, think about this. Him and that brother live together. Oh, I would love to hear that interview. Ooh, boy.
oh
We're
man.
going to have to work on something in the future here. Ooh, that man's going to be a little mysterious. Oh, here we go, people. It's time to stir the pot. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, here we go. I do have mixed martial arts. I know there's a difference between wrestling and the martial arts. To have very good stamina to keep up and keep moving in the ring. Your spell check, buddy. Ring. I know moving in the ring. I tell you what, man. When I came in, and at first it was never even to get to work in the ring. You got stretched. You were taught basics. Then
Mm-hmm.
introduced to the ring. Before I even got to step in and bump in the hotel, I had to run the ring,
Mm-hmm.
and wasn't fun. Wasn't fun. The many days of puking. Going into training, and that cardio is a finesse of the business. If you get a lot of guys who doesn't have big cardio, a lot of promotions will put them as a tag team, so it's to take the turn, take the turn, take the turn. And usually the healthier one will work it a little bit longer than the other one. So
Right.
There are ways it's worked, but as advice is coming into the business, make sure your cardio is on key. Lifting, powerlifting, physique. You don't have to be, this or nothing like that. You just have to train your body what we would call cock strong. That's how you would, we would perceive it to be. Train your body to be there. Hey, you have a question on you, chat. Where's here we go. Who you asking though? Both or him? Who was your biggest opponent in your career so far?
Is he talking about me?
Yeah.
Okay, the biggest opponent I took out Punisher. 6'9", 290. Dude, he's a rock solid man. He's a man's man. I had a house show. And this guy picked me up like I was a 10-year-old kid.
You killed me. You killed me, man. I was going to use it as a spoiler, but wait a minute, people. He will say it, but I do know a fact. When he says he picked him up, no, folks, don't let him throw it off to you like that. Mr. Conway, I'm going to call you right here, gentlemen. Sir, you're getting called out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Punisher picked this man up and put him through the ring. And I'm talking, Lord.
Yeah, he did.
I guarantee you there was a streak in those underwear that day. I guarantee it. I don't care who you are. I seen the video. It was a massive sweep, lift, and drop. I mean, it was swift and quick and hard. It was pure power. There was no assist. He actually went dead weight on this. So where he made the mistake is he went dead weight and kind of like let his body go in it, try to play against it. But this gentleman we're talking about is so huge. He is so strong. He is a specimen.
He didn't need my help for nothing.
And there was no help. No. But he's still with Breeze, full action. But where the mistake is because if you stay dead weight and you don't work with him on your fall and proportion yourself, what we call laying your body out. No. If you go dead weight, there's a sound that ring will make. Yeah. It's a different thud. It's a thud that anybody in the business, even a ref's going to run over to you and go, "Hey, okay?" He's going to check on you. We don't want no hand signals coming on. So, it's a move not to. This is a gentleman that you don't want to be playing games with. This is a gentleman that, if he wanted to in his right mind, he could hurt you. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we getting questions, but let's see. I tell you what, he wasn't the biggest guy. My opponent, Mr. Gangrel. This guy kept getting me into the corner, and he kept goofing off with me, and he goes, "You ready to cry? You ready to cry?" Messing with me because he knew that I was coming in, and I didn't have a light under my belt. It was in a year and a half, and dude, I had welts a half an inch high on my chest, and they were seeping blood through my pores, and it just blackened and blue. My whole chest just swelled out, dude. He beat me. He beat me, but I had a blast. Oh, yeah, I loved it. Beat me some more, man. It was hammer me. I was that guy. Hammer me. You want to take a cheer? Okay. But then, the bulbs is where I got scared. That was kind of like, You know, okay, what I wasn't sure. That's where I came up that I'll do a mask and play an idiot. In the business, I'll ask you a question.
Right.
Have you ever done a gig to where you regretted it?
No,
No, never.
no, no. Because the companies that I have worked for, they put me in positions that
Right.
made sense, and and they never try to bury me. That was fit for that company. I enjoyed it. Every gimmick that they gave me, I enjoyed it.
I'll say I enjoyed it, but I was embarrassed. I didn't go
Yeah.
out bragging to my family. Hey man, you got to see what I did. Mr.
Right.
Paul Heyman had me in an outfit, dude. It was yellow from head to toe. I looked like a big two-legged banana, bright yellow. And dude, I
Right.
really didn't do much of a match, dude. I came out and got smashed. That was it.
Right.
And to me, I was so embarrassed because it wasn't me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but hey, I got paid $10.
There you go.
$10. Big day, big day. But hey, it was you have to do what you had to do to get into the business. But yeah,
Right.
that was my big name. My first time ever being with somebody that was known. And to me, I'm like, oh my god, and I was kind of a little starstruck, but at least I had the sense in me going, it's the respect value, and and then I
Right.
talked with him going into it. Hey, what do you want to do? And he's like, hey man, just follow me. I got you. I'll help you out. You just work with me. And dude, it went over very well. But I mean, he was a guy that he kind of scared me. He was a bad dude. He wasn't a joke. And just in the ring, outside the ring, man, he wasn't the kind of guy that you wanted to take off. But he was actually a great dude. He educates people very well. He works with a lot of wrestlers right now. He's got a school down in Texas or Florida, I think. Texas or Florida, one of the two. I know he ended up moving, and I mean, he was a great guy. Another one coming out of Ohio, Al Snow. A lot of people
Yeah.
bad rep him and stuff, but if you know
No.
him personally, he's awesome. Awesome
Yeah, he's
guy.
a great guy. Great guy.
And you
I
guys
met
know him
Al
as
a couple
well.
of times.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of good things going on in Ohio, and I tell you what, man, one of the things I express to people here right now, when Cleveland opens up and the virus is gone and so forth, I tell you, come out and enjoy Rapid Wrestling Federation. But I tell you what, it's not just about Rapid Wrestling Federation. It's going to be everything that's around them. They have some great sponsorships involved. Would you like to speak on that? I mean, who is back and say, hey, we believe in you.
Yeah, there's a couple people. We ain't allowed to say their names yet, but
Uh,
we in some talks right now.
right.
I also want to put out KO TV. It's Keith and Lewis's TV. They one of my best friends. Been behind me 100%.
And what do they do?
He's
I mean, what is KOTV?
they do like spiral speeches. They pump you up before the show. They tell
Life
you what
coaches. They're life coaches, so forth.
Yeah, life coaches pretty much. They are best in the business. They tell me, I'll get a message every day and say, hey brother, keep your head up if I'm having a down day. I love them to pieces. His name's Keith and Lewis. I like to get a big shout out to them. Um, I also Lisa's been a really big supporter. She's a big sponsorship lady that she's behind her with Rapid from day one. She actually won the gold ticket a couple years, about a year ago back, and she get to go to free shows for the rest of Rapid's time in the business.
And
So
what's the goal? What
she's
is
great.
Oh, awesome, awesome. That's pretty cool. And and I do know that you guys got a really nice venue in
Yeah,
Cleveland. A great location. Safe for everybody to come
yeah,
see. Really nice. You guys are actually stepping in the door and you're offering fans.
yeah,
A place is not going to be like tucked and tight. This place what holds 450 people. That's a nice venue. That's going to be a
yes, it
nice day.
does.
A show
Yeah,
and the talent you got lined up. and we were hoping the boss was going to get to come on, and I guess she got caught up in working really hard. We know how it is, and
Yeah.
we'll actually set up another different time with her to actually get her on here and tell people about the future of Rapid, and get everybody
Yes.
excited. Here we are.
Yeah.
So we have a question.
A great she's a great leader. She's a great leader, Ashley.
And we had a question. Who was your favorite
Yeah,
manager
Ashley.
of all time?
Pete could, I would have to say the Silverado, the kid. He, like Pete was saying before he passed away. Without Pete at Silverado training me, I wouldn't even give it a chance. They believed in me from day one. Silverado was my manager. Dude, if I messed up in the ring, he's not going to scream at me, but he sat me down and said, "Look, this is what you did wrong. Let's go look at the video. Let's get better." So I
Yeah.
would have to say
You
Silverado.
get the same from me, so I'll do that man proud without a doubt. I mean, a lot of people know who he is in the
Yes.
business, and a very big loss, in the family, to the business, everything. Let's see what we got going on here. Back in the day, wrestlers like Sting and the Ultimate Warrior, they ran the road months on end, and it's not easy industry to be in. Very little cash. No, I ain't ashamed to say I slept in my car many times. I
Right.
hung out with guys and slept with guys right next to you, and you're all crammed in a car because nobody
Right.
had money to pay for a motel. That was just part of the road. It
Yeah.
happens, and it's don't think that it's an industry that somebody's going to get into. I will express this to people who saying I want to become a wrestler. I didn't make a lot of money. It's not that kind of industry. I tell you what, if you really want to get into this business, you need to find somewhere to train, put your heart into it. But what you work on and what you become, you better bring alive and learn how to work it to the audience. Because if you don't
Right.
sell, you're never going to go nowhere. You need to put butts in seats.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, let's see. FGS Redneck wants to know who was your least favorite
Yep.
manager in wrestling?
Butts and seats. That's
We're having a communication problem with him right now.
my least favorite manager in wrestling.
Tell your background to get off your internet. They're making you lag.
I don't know. Who be?
Yeah, somebody's on your internet. You're lagging. Sorry, folks. Hang on here. We're working on this.
Oh, I don't know. Go see who's
All right, you look better now.
Upstairs. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
I
were
would have to
losing
say
you out of there.
Scary Sherry.
Oh,
You what?
I love Sherry, man. I love Sherry. Come on.
Yeah. I didn't like Scary Sherry.
Yeah. Oh, I love Sherry, man. Such a big loss to the business as well. A beautiful lady. She was a sweetheart, man. Come on, man. How would Scary Sherry? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't.
I don't know. Oof. So, I tell you what, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to bring up this card. We're going to have us a quick go over, man, because it's exciting and we really got to share this. All right, man. You've got a tag team. DOC versus, and I'm looking at this correct, Nomads. Am I correct?
Nomads, yep.
Nomads?
Yes, correct.
All right. Now, tell me what is the lowdown? Tell me about DOC. I mean, what kind of guys are these? I mean, are they environmental? They work the ring. Can they work around it? Or are they high flyers, power?
They power. They're veterans. They 18 years. One's 18 years. One's 13 years.
Right.
They're from North Carolina, so they're going to be in the hometown. The Nomads, they come from Michigan. Veterans. Much respect for these guys. And they're going to go in there and they're going to give DOC the run for their money.
If you wouldn't mind, share with everybody what DOC stands for.
I'm not too sure. but I'll get
They
back
haven't
to you.
released that to us. So
Yeah.
tell you what, we're gonna have to reach out to them. We might have to have a talk with them, man, and
Yeah.
tell us about it.
I like the DOC though. I like that song.
They're
Badass.
saying can never go wrong with hometown advantage. So you're saying that the gentleman I come with from out of town is going to be a disadvantage? Really? I have to disagree, sir.
Yeah.
The gentleman, sir, young man, I will explain to you. I'm Doc Payne. And when I come there, the guys I walk out with, they have an advantage. Me,
Right.
winning. I will stand above many, raising the hand of many men that day. That's guaranteed. So let's get back to business. Now Normats, what's going on with these guys? What's going on out of Michigan? You said, all right. What's the story? Your voice. Yeah. There you go.
They out of Michigan. They some veterans. They've been a tag team. Wow. And they come in to give DOC a run for their money, man.
That's right. You know me. I'm going to win, baby. I'm going to win. But I still disagree. That hometown Eris Jackson, I have to disagree, man. There you're not looking at Doc Payne, man. But I tell you what, we're going to do for you though. I'm going to introduce you to Doc Payne because you're going to be seeing some promos later on. March is a ways out, but I'm going to introduce you to some boys, and we're going to be bringing some boys on here that Doc Payne is going to be working with personally, and I can't go wrong. I'm honored to work with these gentlemen. This gentleman right here. So then we go on, and here we have Lazarus Black versus Roma Miller. Now, what about this match? What we got going on?
Now this is a no rules match. Anything goes. So pretty much a hardcore match. Roma Miller's never been in a hardcore match, and I've been watching him the last couple months, and I really think he's going to give Les Black a run for his money, but Les Black is no guy.
We're still getting a lag from you, but I'll help you out real good because hanging out around East Tennessee, North Carolina, and so forth, I've had an opportunity to meet this gentleman, and I've actually seen quite a few of his work, and Roma said, well, another gentleman that's been, it's worked around. So I've seen both their work, and I just recently seen a promo with them. Actually, what I'll have to do is I'll have to go on, find it for everybody, and I'll share it on everything so everybody can see that. And everybody can check it out. But I tell you what, man, that match, everything, anything goes, that's going to be one hell of a war. And I tell you what, man, I might have to sneak down, and Doc Payne might have to take a peek, and I might want to see that action up close and personal because I like to take a little look at some gentlemen there, because you never know with Doc Payne, baby. He wants to keep his eye out for the best. So we're going to be really keeping our eye out here. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Here we go, sir. Bobby. Oh, man. Only Bobby knows. This man right here, I have dubbed him, folks. He is like a genetic misfit. He's wild. He's crazy. He's got this. He'll put his body through anything, too. He's another one of those guys. That's Bobby. He's from a different world. And who is he taking on here? Ryan Mantis. Is that Mantis I'm saying, sir?
Ryan Mathis.
All right. And
Mathis.
And where's he coming from? I mean, is he from down south? Is he got
Well, he's from Ryan Mathis is from North Carolina. He's a part of Black Society. He's a really good worker. I know who this is now. All right. Yeah, he's a really good worker. Got much respect for him. He's taken out only Bobby knows. One of my good partners, teammates, family. And only Bobby knows is what he's going to do to Ryan. And I just hope Ryan brings his A game.
I tell you what, folks, one of the things that Doc Payne's trying to do for you guys, I know Bobby, and I like to get him on here for you. I want to do a little segment what we call Bobby's World, man. Because y'all need to meet this guy. We need to introduce you and let him tell you all about himself and stuff. And it'll be an exciting show with him. So, all right, Mr. Earl Jackson. If you grab the light tubes first, chances are you're going to get hit first. The light tubes weren't just my thing, man. It wasn't me, but the match was right, the right person. You just have to make sure who you work with knows what they're doing. People can swing a chair, but people don't know how to control a chair sometimes. So there is a difference in this business. So, I mean, we're going through this, and is this the he is actually part of a tag team originally from North Carolina down south, right?
Yes,
So
he is.
I mean,
Black
he's
Society.
going out in his soul. I mean, I could actually, we did have somebody make a comment earlier going, well, nobody loses in their backyard. Well, guess what? How do I want to put this? I'll put a prediction out. He may be in his backyard, but he's without his buddy. He's going in solo. Big difference. So the thing's a little disrupted. Hey, but he's coming. But I get to say this. You're friends, but I'm coming out as a manager, so I get to say it. So I'm sorry what I had to have Bobby do, but no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be sorry, man. This is Rapid Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Doc Payne is coming in to make sure that when he walks out with somebody, it's going to be destruction, baby. So let's keep moving on. Let's keep the folks get excited here. All right, we got the Lake Erie Championship Tournament. Tell me about this. Tell me about it. Volume.
Right.
You're getting horrible lag. Sorry, folks, we're having a technical issue. I can actually see myself running very smooth, but he's having somebody run on his thing pretty heavy here. Is your sound fixed? I don't even hear him. Yes, we lost sound, folks. We're having a technical issue here. So what we'll do is we'll get him back in here and get him to fix that, and we'll get him popping back in. Type in.
You got it.
Sound is going off now.
Oh.
No sound for you. Tell him he's lagging. But we're notifying him right now to get this fixed, folks, and I see my light exchange because my green screen behind me is not liking the whiteness of this brought up. So no sound. Okay. So let's see if we got him back. Can you hear us, and can we hear you? Are you there, sir?
Can you hear it?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the comments because we were losing you there, and you're having a bunch of lag on your end. I can see myself. I'll actually shout out to the fans, everybody. Is my side actually coming out pretty smooth to you and looking pretty good? And I did slick the hair back today. And also, Doc Payne got a little dressed up for you today because we've been testing and doing a little bit of goofing off on promos and stuff. But
Facebook's laggy.
Facebook is.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we got here coming up? Big difference right there. He might be in his backyard, but he ain't in his wheelhouse.
He was explaining about a event coming up or something.
Yeah, we were talking about the Lake Erie that we have on the card right here.
I can hear you.
That would be the first round of the Lake Erie Championship Tournament.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Now we got you. Is that better?
Okay.
All right. So we got coming up next, people. I have to do this, as you know. I have been dubbed the manager of managers, but I mean, come on, man. We got Wolf, Hunter Wolf. This man is a big man. I mean, he's the alpha male. There's no doubt. This is a huge, huge man. And we got him right along with Punisher. I mean, you think of personalities over the year. I mean, when I think of these two guys, you want to know what I think of is like Road Warriors, Demolition, Undertaker, and Kane. These two guys are that lineup kind of guys. These are the guys that I'm walking out with. That's that kind of key guys. Let's see what we going on. But here they are. They're against New Age Villains, as we said. So that's going to be a big match. Here's one I'm excited about, man. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, man. Here's one when we were talking. When I
the
heard
Lake Erie Championship
Amp
tournament.
Dominic.
Only Bobby knows.
Yeah, we're having some issues with your sound and your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freezing. He's we're gonna send him a quick message and let him know that we had actually put it to where is he. Let's see if he's popping again. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
come on. All right, you there? You there? All right, there you're popping in. Now let's see if we got you going. We've got some Family Game Society members that wanted me to share with you guys at Rapid Wrestling Federation, and they said they wanted you guys to see something there, and there it is. There's the Family Game Society logo. They wanted you to check it out, man. I mean, it's got the skull holding up the controller and that. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tough, and it's really cool. But they wanted you to see that. They were excited for you to see that. But yeah, man, we're actually having some technical issues with you. Your Wi-Fi, somebody's on your internet. Are you there, Mr. Conway? Yeah, folks, we're having I'm tired. We're having a big issue here. I think he might be having somebody running on his internet or something at home, and they're not telling. They don't want Dad to get in trouble with Dad. It's probably one of the kids. You know how kids are, man. They'll pop on and play on the internet. But we actually have lost him. There's no connection with him at the moment. I'm getting a really shaky sound, so we'll be trying to connect with him here in a minute. He's popping back. Let's take a little quick pause here and see what's happening. Are you there, sir? Well, here, hang on real quick, people, and I tell you what. So we'll see if we can get him fixed and get that taken care of. But you know what? We can go all American. Oh no, we're not going to go all American there. Hang on here. Looking for it. Private chat. Let's let him know that his video and sound is not working. We're going to try to get Mr. Conway back in, Lincoln Conway. And but yeah, people, look forward to that tag team. Wolf and Punisher versus NAV. And
Check my phone.
tell you what, guys,
Check my phone.
you're good.
I can't see it.
And I tell you what, Amp Dominic, gentlemen, I've actually got to watch down south. Let's see if we got him back yet. And Amp Dominic, he is a personality. Are you there, man? Are you working, brother? We'll be testing. Come on, we're gonna throw it at you like we all talk to you in trucker. Hey, what's your 20 and is it a Big 10-4? Are you there? He can't wait to see what he does in the ring. Oh, neither do I. But I tell you what, we're having some horrible issues with his connection here. So I tell you what we're going to do. I'll just go ahead and discuss the rest of the card with you, and we'll get you the news there. So I tell you what, but yeah, man, as I was saying,
Yeah, I'm
Amp
there.
Dominic, he's a hell of a talent. One great wrestler, great worker. Guys, check him out, and he was really one character. I mean, he's a little crazy. You know, Amp Dominic is only in Amp's world, so I mean, he's a heck of a guy, and he's going up against Lennox Norris, man, and for the championship. You know, this gentleman's coming in for the belt, and you know, this is going to be a fight of a lifetime. And we're having some issues with Mr. Conway. He is having really bad internet issues. So, yeah, that's not good. Are you talking about my little earbuds, man? Nicely colored. I can't help that, man. Come on now. They're blue, like my eyes. So, what we have in here, Ayers Jackson Wright. Colored heads. What is this over here? Did we check out Dominic Mysterio's debut? Kid's got a lot of talent, but he's got to work on his promo game. Um, I honestly, I mean, yeah, he did good, but bringing him in like they did against the talent that they did, I mean, that was one thing. Let's see if we can get him in for the closing. Sir, you there? Hello, hello. Mr. Conway. Yeah, he's having really bad issues, folks. We're not getting a connection with him. His
Yeah, I'm
stuff
there.
is all over. Oh, are you there now?
Can you hear me?
You're really having some technical issues.
Hello?
Well, I tell you what, folks. When in April, one of the things we'll be doing is we'll be having a full-time studio up in Ohio up at sometime April, May, and that's going to be really cool. And having people come in on site and sit right there and be interviewed and have good shows and great entertainment. And you know, one of the things that we're doing is reaching out, bands, wrestlers, independent, all kinds of entertainment, have some fun. But don't miss out on Rapid Wrestling Federation, March 28th in Lincolnton, North Carolina, and look them up on Facebook, and we'll get you in and become a fan and follower. Get you on a pay-per-view for $5, and have a one heck of a show. Because I'm gonna tell you what, folks, I will personally sit and say you ain't gonna see a show until you see this. It's going to be awesome. They've got one heck of a future. One big giant card lineup. They stacked the deck. So that's all great. Mr. Conway, you there now, sir? Mr. Conway, are you there, sir? Hello, hello. This is like a bad CNN nightmare.
Are you there?
Folks, this is actually not a good moment right here, and it seems to be he's having some very bad internet issues right now, and probably having somebody jump on his internet. So we're going to have to kick that down. But I tell you what, folks, we are going to be having some exciting news coming up Christmas Eve. For a fact, hang on here. Let me change something for you. Christmas Eve, we will be actually having some great fun and bringing in none other than Franco. Oh my goodness. Varga, baby. International wrestling superstar, known all over. Along with him, Curtis Black, a gentleman we mentioned tonight, will be Christmas Eve, 7 o'clock. He will be only on Doc Payne on YouTube and Facebook. And so get on there, subscribe, follow, like, please. Let's have some fun. We're going to be getting hold of musicians, rock bands, anybody that wants to get their stuff out there and, be a guest. Come on, share what you got going on, man. The independent life, music is, it's an independent life, man. You got to work together and get out there. But let's see if we got Mr. Conway real quick here, real fast. Mr. Conway, you there, sir? Do we have you back? Hello, hello. No, we do not. Sorry about that, folks. We do not have him, and he is also, yep, um, man, that was, oh, he was talking about Conway's phones. Thank you. I didn't really get to see it, wasn't really paying attention to the color. I'm just trying to concentrate, get you guys the entertainment and news, and everybody thing is going on. But I thank everybody, man. Thank you so much for jumping on. Please subscribe, like, be part of Come to the Family. And if any of you out there, man, you got anything to share, we're looking for people to come on. Just have some fun. Come on and chat, man. We can chat games. We can chat music. We can chat, anything. I just don't do politics because they're all idiots. So we'll just leave it at that. So okay, folks. You have a great day, man. Great night. Keep each other safe. And love y'all. Good night. Thank you very much.